Hi, and welcome back to our channel. We are Lacey and Jordan, and these are our two fur babies, Bub and Lou. We spent last year building out our 2008 Mercedes Sprinter, making it into the perfect tiny house on wheels. We loaded her up and headed across BC to explore some of the most beautiful remote locations for our honeymoon. We just have one last modification left, which is installing our cubic mini wood stove so that we have heat on the colder seasons. So I hope you enjoy our video, which shows our quick installation of a cubic mini wood stove, probably one of the easier modifications we've made to the van. And if you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button. Good morning and welcome back. I know it's been a really long time since we made a little video, but just with the end of summer and Christmas holidays and everything, we just had so much going on and we just wanted to take some time to just really be present at home. But you can see we're back in the van. It is freezing cold. It's January 2nd, I think, today. And today we're going to be doing an install of our stove. We're going to be doing an install of our cubic mini stove. So we're headed out to our friend's fabricating shop because it's a little bit too wet and cold and gross to be doing it in our yard like we usually do. But yeah, we'll show you the process of how we install our cubic mini stove just in time for our camping trip next weekend.
With Dylan.
Okay, we're at our favorite place.
Yep.
Home Depot. And we need
To not run this lady over. We need self-tapping screws, Cclamps, and high heat silicone.
So we're gonna run in there.
And Cclamps too, just in case.
So we're gonna run in there and grab that, and then we'll be on our way. Backing in. So here's our cubic mini stove. I don't know if you guys remember, but before we used to have tile back here. We decided that that wasn't going to be enough fire resistance, so we decided to rip it off. And now we're going to add some hardy plank board, and then put hardy plank on here as well as another piece of tile. And then that way it will be completely fire safe. We also are going to build a little wall here that will have hardy plank and tile as well, so that there is no risk of the bed heating up. So we'll show you the process of how we're going to do this. This is the hardy plank board. This is going to go under the
tile.
Under the tile. So this is going to make sure that it is extremely fireproof. So with this, all you got to do is score it with an X-Acto blade and then just break it apart. Super easy.
Oh, it came right off.
I missed it. Oh my god, don't do it like that. That scared the shit out of me.
At least you're
Yeah, there you go. Alright, so that's the hardy plank. Okay, so we're just measuring the area that's going to have the hardy plank and tile. So it's 7.5. 37 1/4. So now we'll go cut that. So just measure out your measurements on the hardy plank.
Pray don't cut your fingers off.
Yep. And don't cut your fingers off. Alright, so this is a PL Premium, which is basically concrete in a tube. And this is how we're going to attach the hardy plank board to our wall. Okay, so now we have the stovepipe cut and attached to the cubic mini. And thanks for wrecking my video. And because we are not going straight up, we're going over a bit. We have this little elbow area that we're going to attach next. elbow, we attach this little part that came with the cubic mini stove to this part that came with the stove, and that will be the chimney that goes outside of the van. So we're just lining everything up so we can make sure it fits before we make any more cuts. So next up we are figuring out where to drill or cut our hole.
And we want it not too close to the basket.
No.
So if we have it just where it is, I think that's a good spot.
Okay, that looks pretty good.
Honestly, I think that's a good spot.
Man, I thought we were done making holes in the van.
No, never.
Never.
Never done.
So now we're making the hole, or the marker for the hole. So Jordan's just using a Sharpie.
Doing some figuring, as Gord would say.
Yeah. Using the Sharpie to find
A rough center.
Rough center, and then we'll use our hole saw and cut another hole in the van.
Alright, does this look level? Oh, it's scary. I'm all the way through. Just keeps the heat off the styrofoam.
What's it called? Reflectix?
Yeah, Reflectix tape. Reflectix tape.
So that goes on so that the insulation.
Just an extra heat barrier, just to keep the heat away from it. Just so that we're nice and safe. I'm gonna do the wood bits too a bit.
So now that it's all covered in the Reflectix,
We start lining everything up.
start lining everything up and doing the install. Gotta do a little fix on the roof right there.
Hole saw got away from us.
Yeah, hole saw went a little crazy on us, but you know
Okay,
what? We'll make it
cool.
work.
So now, now let's line everything up.
Okay, so now we've done our little dry fit and it fits together perfectly. So we just got to take off all the plastic and then got to put it all together. Got to add the screws and add the little faceplate that goes around here. So now we're attaching it all together. We added this part here because we couldn't go straight up because of the ridging of the van, and we didn't want to wreck the integrity. So we have to make a little bit of a bend here. This is fire stove piping. Should be good.
Actually, hey, babe.
Yep.
Because we have that 90-degree elbow, I had to sink the inside 3-inch pipe that goes inside the 5-inch pipe about 2.5 inches lower. So now we have exposed fiberglass insulation, which is supposed to be fire retardant, but I'm just giving it an extra little bit, just in case. Just really want this to be as overly safe as possible. Even though we do have 2 fire extinguishers, I don't want to have to use one ever.
So that's just more reflective. How what you doing?
I have to attach the brackets. I'll hold it all upright. I am about to add some heat silicone to the bottom of this, and then form fit it, and then drill it so you can move your leg. Thank you very much. Okay,
So this is what will keep all the rain and stuff out.
Hey Jordan. Need a pokey. So I can stab inside of this bad boy.
How pokey or pokey?
Oh.
Oh god. Why do they make it all in red?
don't know.
Like gasket cedar.
Yeah, this is
High
heat,
temp.
high temp,
It's
yeah.
got iron oxide in it.
Oh.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, that's what it sounds pretty fucking
I was gonna say it sounded really legit, but it would be nice if it was black.
Oh, you son of a gun.
So now that we have all of the goop on it, now
I'm
Jordan.
running into a huge frickin' roadblock.
What? What's the roadblock?
My drill.
Yeah.
I need a certain drill bit, and I don't think I can reach in back there. These little bits.
Drill bit problems.
Forever. Oh, maybe not, maybe not.
Oh, maybe have corrected the problem, but. So now, after the silicone has been applied, high heat silicone, it gets drilled in, and then it will be watertight. I'm not too worried about making it look so perfect. We wanted lots of silicone on it so that it would be super watertight, but our deck covers this area, so we just got to get it on and completely sealed. Aesthetically, I mean, we still have our old roof vinyl on the top.
I don't care.
Yeah, aesthetically, it's all under a deck, so we don't really care. So now that everything is done, we have sealed this to the counter and then the stove to the tile so that when we go down dirt roads, it's not gonna jiggle free. So that's all we're gonna do tonight, and then, because it's waterproof, so we're good to go, good to head back home. And then tomorrow, we'll tile this with some nice tile in this area. But it's looking so good. We're very excited. Now, the camper is 4 full seasons. First fire.
Dylan's watching.
In the wood stove in the van.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no smoke in here.
Dylan's checking the roof to make sure that the smoke is coming out the chimney. All right, so we're out for our first big adventure of the year. You can hear behind me, the boys are out getting some wood for the fire. We just finished setting up camp. And yeah, we're very grateful that we had chains for the van because we would have not made it up the mountain without it. You can see over there, you've got Dylan's tent. He's going to be sleeping in that tonight. And Jeremy's yurt. It's got a little wood stove, so he'll be nice and cozy in there. So I thought I would just show you what it looks like when we take our van for a camping trip in the snow. So we found this little area just up the mountain. Thankfully we had our chains on our tires. It's kind of like an abandoned little lot area. There's a little old trailer there. There's nobody in that. We've got our van set up. Just got dinner cooking in there right now. We've got our awning up, and then over here we've got an extra little awning. We've added some sidewalls, packed down with some snow. We've got our little propane heater until we can get our actual fire. And then we've built a snow wall. From the snow wall, you can see we've got a little trail dug out. That's Jeremy's yurt and Dylan's tent. He's gonna be sleeping in the snow. How was your first night in the van with the stove?
It was hot.
It was actually so hot.
It was hot.
Yeah, I actually woke Jordan up at one point and said, like, you need to turn the stove off.
Which you can't.
Yeah. We're just warming up Dylan's shoes because last night apparently he had a trust fall into the snow.
And then laid there for like an hour.
Yeah, so he got nice and wet. He's still sleeping in his tent. So we thought we would be nice and try at least to warm up his shoes. Jordan is making a coffee. He forgot his
Coffee filter.
yeah, so he's,
Or coffee strainer.
so he has made a tinfoil version. But you know what? It's a pretty good start to the morning.
Yeah, not cold.
Yeah, not cold at all. I can't believe, honestly, like, it's hot in here. Like,
yeah, I've got it lit. The windows finally starting to get a little bit more see-through.
mm-hmm.
I hear dogs.
And then today, I think we're just gonna hang out. My sister is gonna come visit, and maybe we are gonna go shoot Jordan and Jeremy's guns. So it shall be another fun, snowy day up in the mountains. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little tutorial on how we installed our cubic mini stove. We're so excited that we can now comfortably use the van in all 4 seasons. Although we had always been using it in the winter, it's definitely nice to be cozy at night.